So I'm curious, where do you see what is the state of the industry right now in terms of safety and alignment? Like what's top of mind, but also what is the direction that we're going? Like what are the trend lines that we're seeing out there in terms of safety and alignment in particularly open source models?
Yeah, so I was like probably the only AI CEO that signed that 6 month pause letter because this is crazy and we need a break and the new chips aren't coming for 6 months anyway, you know? Um, People don't really understand alignment, is what I found being amongst all the big guys, because aligning to what? We can't even align ourselves, right? And you kind of, again, look at organizations, you look at ethics, you look at all of this. The conceptualization of ethics in China is very different to the conceptualization in the US, very different to the UK, very different between Judaism or Islam and kind of other things. And we tend to say aligned to what we believe, which if your corporation is aligned to your profits. So if the objective function of the AI is not to maximize your agency, but instead to get you to use the AI and increase your token count and subscriptions, it's probably going to end up misaligned in one way or another. And that can lead to these weird things. Like I said, YouTube optimized for engagement, which optimized for extremism and very weird videos. If you go down the YouTube rabbit hole, you get like Dora the Explorer drilling Spider-Man's teeth and all sorts of weird stuff, right? This
Yeah.
is a whole subculture. Any of us that have kids will have seen that,
Oh yeah. It gets real weird out there. My nephews and nieces are just like, I'm like, what are you kids watching? And the weirdest thing is children don't use subscriptions. They don't know how to curate their own information feed.
Yeah.
They just allow the algorithm to just feed them whatever. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's
So
my
yeah, I've
friend
seen
Harold.
that.
So now you think about it. You look at Meta and Google, their objective function is selling advertising. But now they can have AIs that are more convincing than anyone. Scarlett Johansson's voice on steroids, with dripping with honey, with Obama on top, and a bit of Winston Churchill, constantly adapting to your mood faster than real time. We can build that now, and someone will build that, And so that's mass manipulation. And so you're looking at that and you're like, someone should probably build open source models whose only objective function is to increase the agency of your child. And we should have that as infrastructure because it has defined cost. Because we've got to build a data set that is common knowledge, because any regulated industry can only use common knowledge because you can't have it behind a paywall, and then build those models and then deploy them so that anyone can take that, because we don't want to have to decide what teaches your kid or what runs your financial services or runs your government eventually, God forbid, And we need to delegate that down to the local level to make those decisions and empower people to do so. Because otherwise you will use someone else's system to do that.